Christ is risen. Christos Anesti. Chris. What would you say in Russian? I forgot. Christos Voskres. No, it's not Alithos Voskres. It is? Yestani. Can you say it loudly? Vaisni. Vaisni Voskres. Today I want to talk about the end of things. When things end. Actually, the book of Proverbs, the wise people said, guess what? What is better? The beginning of something or the end of it? What does feel better? They say the end of things is better than its beginning. Why? Why they say that? Remember I told you about the butterfly? And what did the butterfly wanted or started with? Started as a caterpillar. Started as a caterpillar. When the caterpillar wanted to be a butterfly, started a project, a work. A very hard work and really depressive also. You think about it, the caterpillar thought about doing this job to become a butterfly. The caterpillar has to do what? To make a cocoon, which is like what? Is a cocoon like a bed or more like a tomb? It's more like a tomb. She's going to go alive with her own free will into this dark place, close everything, shut down everything, not seeing anything, not hearing anything, not tasting anything or drinking anything, and be completely still for God knows how long. I don't know, I don't remember. How long does a caterpillar stay in the cocoon? Yes? 2 weeks. Can you do that for one day? Let's do that for 2 hours. 2 hours. The only way we can do this is to put you under anesthesia. Right? So I don't think this is something fun. But if you ask the caterpillar, is the beginning of this thing better or its end? Oh, okay, it's because it's ending in beautiful, happy ending. It's going to be a butterfly with wings, beautiful, light. Her world will be heaven. And she would not need to go into that thing again. So I say the end of something is better than its beginning, generally. Generally. The only people who would not like the end are, let's say, a caterpillar who said, no, I would never go into this dark place. I don't want it. What will happen to this caterpillar? She will never become a butterfly. So that's why wise people said, when you begin a project, when you begin something, keep the end in your mind as you're working. Keep always the day where you finish the project. Example, you're going through a school year, you're going to begin a school year, God willing, next year. What would you do different? What would you do different? Jesus had done this for us. He done this. He had, when he came to the world as a baby, he said, I want all these people that I love with me in heaven. Did he finish his work? He didn't. He's still working in us, but the major work that would cause him pain, it is done. He said that on the cross, it is finished. It's completed. One day, we were doing on Holy Friday, the Good Friday, and at the end of the service, I have this, I don't remember, one of you maybe one of you, a boy came to me and said, because at the end of Good Friday, we end up with a procession. You know, we stay the whole week in sadness. We hang up black stuff, and we sing sad melodies, and then on Good Friday, after we finish, we end up with a procession, and we sing the joyful Kyrie eleison. Do you know what that sounds like? So it sounds like this. Kyrie. That's how it sounds. Sounds like a happy song. And we do it with the deaf that you fight over. That's how we end Friday. And one boy came to me and said, Abuna, we spend the whole week singing sad melodies. How come we're so happy now that Jesus died? And guess what? What is the reason we are happy? He finished his job. He had done it. And he's done it perfectly. I would say, everybody of us would say something like this. If I go back and start this year, I would have been maybe be more attentive in the class. Maybe I would have been studying a little bit more at home. Maybe I would have cut down some internet time. Maybe I would have paid attention to things a little bit closely. Do you think Jesus would have said that? If he said, if I do this again, would he say that I would make anything different? I don't think so. Because he has done everything he could at every moment, in every place he went, with every person he met, in every prayer he had. He has done his utter, perfect, most effort. And there was nothing else to give. He had given himself completely to everything he had done. That's why when we come to the next year, keep in mind that you're going to have an end of year like this. Would you want to have the same grades on your report card? Would you want to have the same interactions with the people you had? If you say yes, that's you. If you say no, then think about how you're going to do. The whole point is not what you want, is that you keep that in your, whatever you want to keep it in your mind as you begin. You always begin thinking how this year is going to end, how this week is going to end, how this day is going to end, how this class is going to end, how this liturgy is going to end. And during the liturgy, think about it. You say this liturgy, I'm going to start with the bad thing, say, I'm going to take it easy, I'm going to sleep. So it's okay. At the end of this liturgy, you had to spend quality sleep, quality time sleep, and you should do it to your best. If you decide that, I should hear you snoring. Right? Do you understand what I mean? If you decide this liturgy to be a service to God, then I would give it my best. I would hear you singing. If you decide that this liturgy is supposed to be a studying time, I should see you with a book and really thinking deeply about the quizzes you have. If you decide, whatever you decide, you keep it in your mind as you're doing the work. So today, for example, you're going through this liturgy, and I see that you are doing much better than the other liturgies. Somehow you are excited about it being the last liturgy in school for the end of the year, which is okay. I mean, I'm not offended. But I hope it's between you and God. You take it up to him. You're going to have to talk about it with God, yes?
And it's also almost my birthday.
Happy birthday, Dave. Is that why you're excited about praying in this liturgy? I think so. And celebrating your birthday with the liturgy is the best thing you can do, because guess who is attending your birthday celebration? Christ himself. You take him on that. Anytime you want to celebrate something, I keep that in mind. The liturgy is the best way to do it, because don't forget, as we are praying, Jesus is in our midst, and we literally have him on the altar, and we take him with us. So every time you want to say thank you to God about something, you want to celebrate something, just attend a liturgy. So keeping things in mind, just put in your heart and your mind as you're leaving today, that next year you will start with thinking about how you're going to end the year. How are you going to end it? And everything you do. Let's talk about the summer, since it's coming. How are you going to spend this summer? Are you going to waste it? Or just sitting around bored, doing nothing? Or are you going to think about something to do during the summer that will be exciting, but yet also build you up, helpful? Something you say, that summer I learned how to play chess. That summer I enjoyed very much learning the music instrument that I always dreamt to play. That summer, the summer of 2022, I started the learning of Italian, because I planned to go to Italy. Now, that summer I started learning about the history of Egypt. Or that summer I started learning basketball, or learning football. I really went, and I had a coach, and I did that. That summer, I started learning swimming. So what you're going to do at the end of the summer, what would you say to yourself? Oh, please don't say, that summer, I just took it easy. And I sat, I didn't do anything, which is okay also, but you have to make that decision. But don't say that this happened because I had no intention of doing anything. Don't do that. Shouldn't be hard work. Even if you're going to enjoy yourself, just think about what you're going to do. Get your mind always active. That's how Jesus spent his life. Never left anything unthought of, unplanned, unprepared. This is something we need to think about. Always keep the end in mind. Going to school during the summer for me is going to be a little sad because I see empty chairs and empty desks and empty rooms, and I have the memory of the loud voices and the fighting and the screaming and the singing and the busy work of the school. That's going to be a little bit hard to swallow until you come back next year. And also it's going to be sad when I go into the middle school class, and I know 3 of you are going on and not coming back. That would be a little sad. So these things will be remembered as I go through the school. Okay, glory to the Father, and to the Son, to the Holy Spirit. Amen.